Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. And today we are trying the Aberfeldy 16. Yeah, it's the middle part between the Aberfeldy 12 and the Aberfeldy 21. Let me tell you a little bit about background. The Aberfeldy distillery is in Perthshire, and it's not there because without a reason. It was founded by John Dewart in 1896 to be a workhorse for the blend industry. He was fed up of buying all that stuff for his Dewar's blend, so he made his own distillery, the Aberfeldy distillery, and that produced whiskey solely for the blend industry. Nowadays it produces for single malt as well, but still the majority goes into the Dewar's blend. So it's still part of the Dewar's family over all these years, although it has been sold many times, and Dewar's is now, since 1998, is part of Bacardi. Yeah, but the choice of the position where the distillery is also pretty unique because of the railway there, and that makes the distillery very nice because the railway, it's not in production anymore, so they're not being supplied by the railway, but it has a small railway next to the distillery, the old railway that used to supply the distillery. And yeah, so it's kind of a little bit of a playground for kids where you can play around inside the locomotive. So yeah, I think there should be a little clip where I'm inside that locomotive, and yeah, it's really nice. It's really a beautiful place there. You can walk next to the Pitilly burn, which supplies the distillery with water, which used to have gold in it, and there were a lot of gold diggers getting the gold out. Yeah, back in the days. Now there is no gold any left, so yeah, the distillery still gets their good water from that burn, and they have a dam, and at the foot of the dam you can actually have a tasting in a small pavilion, I would say, and it's a really, really nice place. And also, if it's bad weather, which happens sometimes in Scotland, you can still stand there and drink a nice dram of Aberfeldy at the burn. So enough about the burn. Let's talk a little bit about the whiskey. Aberfeldy is known for their mild honey sweetness. They have tons of that on their cork or on the bottle where they have honeybees. Casks, they are very much into sherry casks. This year is a finish in first fill, although also sherry casks. So very good casks there. And yeah, so I'm expecting a mild 16-year-old, maybe a bit more intensity than you have with the 12-year-old. Interesting. It has a bit more fruitiness, a bit more acidity to it. It feels a bit more juicy, I would say. Yeah, it has that sherryness, that sherry juiciness, wine feeling, grape feeling to it. So it feels a little bit like a wine finish. Strangely enough, it's a sherry oak finish. No, but the more you smell into it, you feel that distillery touch of Aberfeldy with that mild creaminess, sweetness, honey touch to it. And a little bit of that oak, a little bit of that spiciness. Maybe it's just a little bit of my bias because it's just Christmas time and you have these Christmas spices everywhere, so maybe I'm finding that in here as well. But yeah, Christmas spices, I would say. Cloves, oranges, all that. That is the feeling of Christmas. Very mild, only 40% ABV. And I would have expected a milder taste to it. It has a mild taste to it, but it has that sherry touch to it and a bit of a, as I said, acidity, orange, citrus fruit in there. Still that honey going on, creaminess, but also quite some kick to it, even though it just has 40%. I like it. It's a beginner-friendly whiskey with a lot of flavor to it, I would say. I like it. And yet that I had the fourth sip with that glass, I feel that it also has a good amount of spiciness. The more you take into, the more you feel it, the more the spiciness, the oakiness adds up. Yeah, definitely. It adds up to a stronger, heftier Scotch whiskey. I like it. So yeah, if you happen to live in the Netherlands, then have a look at Whisky.com and you will find the Aberfeldy 16 there almost all of the time, because it's just one of the classics, one of the standard whiskies from Aberfeldy. That was it. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.